Okay. So, is my screen visible?
Yes, your screen is visible.
Okay. Okay. So, thank you all for joining. A few years back, I think I was doing a lot of things in technology for the neurodiverse community. So, few years back, we were discussing with Nilanjana ma'am, and she said, "Do this first." So, this is what I mean. After a few years of work, I'll show you what has come out, and most of it is what has helped me is the classes that I attended with ma'am, and all that knowledge that she put in into this, all the initial guidelines that she set on this. So all that is followed. Like she said, the app has to be Indian. Why follow something? So throughout the app, you will see that it is an reflection of everything Indian. So it is made by us, for us, and the whole context is Indian on this. So I'll briefly start showing you what the app is directly. Maybe I'll tell you some background of this, some philosophy of this at the end, but I'll right away show what the app has come out. So this app is called Speducate Pro, Speducate Pro, and this is right now available only on Android phones. So on Google Play, when you download, this is what you see. So right now there are, say, sections called general awareness, visual performance, mathematics, English, and some we have put some upcoming ones, some behavior management help. So all the knowledge that Nilanja ma'am and other educators keep sharing, we want to put that on this platform so that some questions which have been already answered multiple times by ma'am can be easily accessed. So that is coming up. So that is what we are saying, behavior management. But the basic aim of this app is to have a platform where I can plan what to teach, how to teach, and when to teach. So I'll show you one example of this now. I'll show you many of the activities, but to demonstrate the philosophy of what is going on in the app, I'll directly take you to one of the random activities in this. So for example, if I have to teach pattern to my son, so if I say this, so this is a pattern of shapes and colors. So there is hexagon, triangle, triangle, hexagon, triangle, triangle. So today, suppose I want to teach my son patterns. So I'm teaching him that, see, there is pattern of hexagon, triangle, triangle. Then it repeats hexagon pattern. Then I realize, no, something is not working out. So he's not able to, I did one more example. I did one more example. I did 10 more examples, but still we feel that no, he's not able to learn all this. So what the problem here is, before this, does he understand the shapes that I'm saying? Does he understand the colors that I'm using? Does he even understand the whole sentence that I'm using for him to teach this? May not be. But now, as a parent, if I have to figure out why my son is not able to do this, for me it looks simple. See, hexagon, circle, circle, hexagon, circle, circle, hexagon, circle, circle. Why he is not able to learn this? So the answer to that is, I'll repeat Nilanjana ma'am for 100 times during this whole thing. It is structure. So before this, now if you see, I had opened this level called 2.9, which says color and shape pattern. So before that, is my son able to do only the color patterns? Red, red, orange, red, red, orange. No, he's not able to do this. So does he recognize the colors first? If I give him a simple pattern of like this, so this is 3, I'll show you. If I give him a pattern of two things, is he able to do? Maybe sometimes out of 10 times, maybe 3 times he's doing. But again, this whole thing, if I have to track back, maybe he's finding some difficulty in this. So circle, square, what is circle, what is square, why? So is this circle, square, circle, or circle, square, circle, square? So I find that, oh, he's not able to recognize the shapes itself. Though I was trying to teach him this, but his problem lies somewhere else. So if I backtrack this, So what is shape? First of all, is he able to do a discrimination of the things? So if I show him two things, if I say this, so when I say first, there is a ball, there is a teddy bear, there is a mat, and then there is a car. So now there are two things here. Is he able to discriminate that, okay, the ball has changed. So once I change it to some other thing, okay, now the ball is same and the teddy bear has changed. So if he is not able to do this discrimination, and what I am trying to teach him is that pattern which I showed you initially. So that means there is some gap. One second. There is some gap in my teaching. Why am I teaching this pattern before teaching him visual discrimination? Though educator has told me that it has to be visual discrimination, lot of parents still try to teach something which is beyond his level without realizing that what precursor was required. So this app sets that structure. If you see, maybe my son needs visual discrimination first. So he should be able to discriminate shapes, he should be able to discriminate objects, he should be able to discriminate people. So if you see, within discrimination, what we usually want the general user or the child to discriminate, we want the child to discriminate things, we want the child to discriminate people, we want the child to discriminate places. So there is, when we say visual discrimination, what to discriminate in the whole world? It is nothing, things, people, and places. So this app, now there is a structure. So if you see, initially, as I was showing, it was toys. So then if I have my son to discriminate children or people, so I want to discriminate between. How do we discriminate people? Either by reading their face or either by discriminating what they wear. There is nothing else to discriminate between two people on how they look or what they are wearing. So now I'm teaching him discrimination. And also here at this point, I'll say throughout the app, you will see all real images. If I show you a pineapple of an icon of a pineapple or a roughly drawn pineapple, and the actual pineapple looks something else. Even if you have taught pineapple 10 times, you go to the market, the pineapple is not recognizable. So this whole app, as initially, I mean, Nilanjana, I'm told there should not be any difference between reality and what the app shows. So throughout the app, what you will see is everywhere it is, the context is real. So I'll briefly take you to that. So, I mean, everywhere we say, I mean, we start with labeling items so that the child starts labeling some things. If I show you the labeling gallery of what we have prepared, you see this. There are fruits, vegetables, animal, cloth, household, school, bathroom. So there are about 1,500 images used throughout the app, and all are real images. All are, I mean, none of them are look alike or anything else. All of the people, things, and places are all real. So there is no difference between that. So here, if you see apple, orange, so all are real images. At the same time, we have also taken care of how to teach. Like suppose for this, if I am teaching this apple orange, if you see on the top there are 10 fruits. The what we want the child to see is the orange, but we cannot help from child noticing the other. So this total app, if you see, if I am to click this whole design philosophy is that the app will show you only that part which we want the child to notice. So if you see, this is my labeling gallery, that the previous, if I click on that, now all the child sees is this pineapple. And if you see this, the font is very small and it is very deliberate. We don't want child to read name APPLE. There is a separate lesson for teaching him the lesson, I mean the words, the letters. In this lesson, what we want the child to see is apple. So throughout the activity will focus on only one thing and only thing the child notices. So everything that is not visible, it is for the educator. By the way, when I say Speducate Pro app, it is not an app for the child. It is app for the parent and the educator to teach. This is not something that you will give to a child to learn. This is something that you will hold with you to teach that. So this is not a learning app. This is a teaching app. Now, similarly, it's the same design philosophy of breaking down every learning so that all the precursors to it are learned, and each precursor is a one small step of learning. In each activity, I'll show you visual discrimination. For example, today I want to teach, say, emotions. So if you see happy, so sad, so all are real. If I draw a cartoon image of this, the angry cartoon might not look like an angry child. So this is present for a boy, this is present for a girl. So throughout this app, all the precursors are definitely covered when we are trying to do this. For example, I'll show you this follow the path, which the category is visual sequential memory, which comes after three other subcategories. See, I'll show you one example of this. If I say this is the activity here, what the activity is doing is it is showing a path. This is the path. So it shows for 2 seconds, then it goes off. Now the expectation from the child is to trace that path. So, but because now, if you see this exercise may be the 30th exercise. But if we include this exercise as fifth activity for the child, it is too much for the child. It creates frustration for child and the parent. So, unless you follow the structure which is provided here, when the child comes to this, there is a solid foundation for this. At this point, I'll tell you one more thing. See, if you know the path, so this is the path. Now I'll do something wrong. So if I say if you see this, this is not the correct, this is not correct. So if you see, if I do something wrong, throughout the app will never say that the child did something wrong. For example, I'll do, maybe this is the next. Even if I tap on this, it doesn't say anything. So there is nowhere a cross mark or that message of showing that you did something wrong. As I said, this is a teaching app. So all the feedback, all the appreciation has to come from the parent. So suppose the child does this, the app doesn't do anything. There is no confetti, there is no balloons flying. There is just a subtle indication that it is complete. The appreciation has to come from you. When he completes this, the child has to look at your face. Then you say, wow, आज क्या बनाया तुमने? So that has to come from the parent. So every time the app will not give any appreciation, nor does it give any negative feedback throughout the app. There is no negative feedback, there is no appreciation. So this teaching app is for the parents. The appreciation has to come from the parents. Then we all know that, okay, so similarly, the same design philosophy, I'll take you through what we have done in mathematics, and you'll be delighted to know that this math 4 is the first time we are going to include addition and subtraction. So if you see, oh my God, the addition is there on fourth level. So what is there in 1 and 2 and 3? If you have attended some of the classes of Nilanjana ma'am, the first thing she teaches is the child should know quantity, should be able to tell which side has more. So here, if you see, more or less, here, first that instead of, I mean, before learning the quantification of something, the child should be able to tell which glass has more juice. Okay, this glass has more juice. So this I'm showing you uncountable. Which side has more food? Again, if you say I'm not showing which ball has more marbles. No, these are everyday items that we see. Which food? This is something which you can practice on your home. So if you see here, which plate has more food? Where is it raining more? So very real life examples. Now I'll show you one more wonderful thing about this. So while you are teaching, say, visual sequential memory, if you see this, there is something called lesson plan. This says there are two things here. Visual section memory teaching guide on how to teach this. If you have heard educators and including Nilanjanam, they say match. When you are trying to match something, it says match. But maybe parents are saying, hey, match this is fruit, that is fruit. So there is a visual, I mean, there is a guide for how to teach this. At the same time, it is not very elaborate. It is very small, so how to teach that? And also what is very important is for every skill that we are going to teach, there is a physical activity which can be done without buying anything, using the home items that you have here. If you see, I am teaching visual sequential memory. This app gives me what are the physical activities that I can do with my child to enhance what I'm learning on the app. So it is not just what to do on the app, it is also what to do physically on the app. If you see, there are so many physical activities that you can do while you are teaching visual sequential memory. First one says clap movement sequences, like this is one sequence. The second sequence is this is sequence. So each of them has been curated to teach one small thing. And apart from the app activities, there are many physical activities, are 100 plus physical activities that you can do with your child. So if you say object sequence games, so there are, if you see here, there is nothing fancy that you require to do this. Everyday objects, simple things, but the learning is great. So for every lesson that you are going to see, including the visual perception one, visual perception two, is for everything there is a uh, how to teach guide and also accompanying physical activities. The second phase of this is, by the way, this might, the mathematics and language might look like academics, but it isn't. So again, I'll quote, ma'am, this, when you teach child colors, it is not academic. If you teach colors to the child will be able to tell you which color of shirt today he wants to wear for some reason. When you teach numbers, he will be able to tell you, I want two more of something. So definitely, we should not teach this as something academic or something that can be postponed to learn something. So this is the bridge between, while your life skills are absolutely important for the child to have toilet training and everything, that is priority number one. But at the same time, if we have to find a bridge between our child and something that can be expressed to outer world, so these are the other basic things. I mean, if you see, I mean, even in educators' classes, Nilanjana classes, these are inculcated as basics, not something as academic standard one, all this. So this is all these are basic activities that we have to impart. So when I was talking about the other facet of this, we teach children about, suppose if I want to teach my son how to, what to do if you are lost. Now my son is 9 years old, but probably in maybe another year I would want to teach him what to do if you are lost. So now the way I teach, or maybe somebody else teaches, is today I will teach in a certain way. Tomorrow I know what to do, but the way that I'm teaching is different today, different tomorrow, and there is no way of testing whether he has understood that or not. Maybe there are small ways, but is there a repeatable way to do that? Now, suppose I'll teach what to do when you are lost. So this, if you see, there are some many activities under task analysis. So I'll show you one thing where I'm going to teach my son what to do when you're lost. So I'll show him this picture and say, first of all, what is being lost? Being lost is, suppose you are there in some place and for some time you are not able to see your parents, or you are not able to see someone who brought you there, then that means you think that maybe you are lost. So that is being lost. The child has to know what is being lost. So now after that, what you have to do, if you think that if you are lost, if you recognize that, first thing is don't move from that place. You stay where you are. So when you stay where you are, if somebody is trying to force you away from the place, make some noise, but do not go with him. So what to do instead? So instead you have to identify who are the safe adult. So how do you identify safe adult? I'm telling you adult to adult, but actually I'll simplify it to my son using the pictures. So what you have to do is you have to find some other child. You see, if you see some other child, there will be parents with them. So they are called safe adult. So if you first thing you have to do after getting lost is find a safe adult. So if you find some other child, see who is with them, those are safe adults. Or if you see someone with in a uniform like this, or if you see someone who is behind a desk, something like this, some person might be behind a desk. Or, and if your child knows the phone number, the first thing you have to do when you meet is you give the phone number. So now what has happened is I have taught with this sequence of pictures. I'll do this for maybe once in a week. Then the main advantage here is I'll be able to test my child if he has learned. So now I'll say, the next time, the third week that I'm teaching him, Or if you are teaching in public, or you are an educator and you are taking classes for 10 other students in 10 different cities. So this is a ready made syllabus and a curriculum to teach there. So next time when I teach, I ask my child, okay, what will you do if someone tries to do this? He should be able to indicate that no, I'll not go with them. So do you think these are safe adults? Ah, yes, this is a safe adult because I have a child. So now if you see that, you have a very strong base to teach a skill. Everyone knows we have to teach, but what is that base that we need to teach and test if the child is required? So now if you see there is uh, what to do when you are lost, then everyday safety, being aware and careful, how self-care in terms of hygiene, how to wash hands, how to brush teeth in eating, how to make bread jam, how to consume from a cup, household, how does a shopping look like, or in clean the table. So for example, if I have to show, so same sequence. So after everyone is finished eating, we clear the plate. After we clear the plate, we take it, maybe scrub. If the child is able to scrub, we scrub. So now there is this tool which you will be able to teach your son or daughter in a very structured manner. And at no point the app will allow you to teach something without following the cursor, precursor. So if you see, I mean, though you can open any of this, but the recommendation is you finish 2.1, 2.2, 2.3. Each one of them is a small step. So once you bring the child to up to 2.9, you would have taught a lot of things to attempt that. So I'll show you briefly about English here. The first step to English is identifying the letters. So now letters A to Z. So once you, the problem with identifying letters A to Z, then words is, the thing is, if you teach A to Z and then start forming words, the time where A to Z is being taught, A to Z is meaningless. So here, if you see, the app teaches only 5 letters at a time. So if you see C, O, A, P, T, and logically they are divided E, S, B, and put together. It is not C, E, or any random letters. So some logical thing, C, O, A, P, T, E, S, B, A. N. So what happens here is we teach only 5 letters. Assume that maybe now at present your child might already recognize, but imagine a child that who is just starting on letters. So I'll say COAPT. So he should be able to recognize each letter. So we are labeling letters. With only those 5 letters, I start giving meaning to it. So I taught only 5 letters. Oh, CAT, cat. Then my second word, POT. Again, all these are coming only with COAPT, only 5 letters. So there is an immediate use of learning those letters. I'll not wait till learning from A to Z and then showing what is the meaning of or use of learning letters. POT, pot. So now coat, caught. So using these 5 letters. So then I practice these 5 letters. So I say, well, now can you identify all the O's? Yes. So he's able to identify when they are scattered, identify when they are grid. So using just 5 letters, you can spend 4 days just teaching and affirming that the child exactly knows. And each lesson is, as I said, is a very small step. Do not apply any pressure to the child. If the child is able to do 2 exercises today, if you spend 1 hour every day or 4 days in a week with the app, close the app. There is no need to spend more than 1 hour for this. The other time while you are teaching life skills and everything, at the same time, just spend 1 hour with the app every day, and that is all is required for a very pressure-free ride. Do not worry about whether my child is doing patterns, everything. The app will take care of building all the precursors, and one day he or she will definitely do it. So spend 1 hour regularly with the app. The syllabus is set for next 6 months, 8 months. No need to worry on what to teach today, what to teach tomorrow, what do I teach next week or the week after. Everything is already set. And now there is one more thing here. Suppose my child is able to do this. So CAT, cat is able to do. So even after doing, maybe I myself realize that he's able to do it, but maybe only 3 out of 5 times. So if you see this is a symbol for in progress. So the app, as soon as you make these words here, Hello. Sorry, I mean, is everyone able to hear? Continue.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll just, I think I'm almost to the end of this. So what I was saying is the progress of this. So this, as soon as I touch any activity, it shows in progress, but it does not complete, even it does not mark it as complete, even if you make all the 5 words, because the confidence has to come from the educator that the child is repeatably able to do it, not by fluke but with understanding. So only when you feel that the activity is complete, it is the parent or the educator who will mark this complete. The app will never mark anything as complete by itself. So when it is a conscious decision of the parent or educator that yes, now my son has learned this. One more, the which is kind of hidden advantage of this is no, for example, okay, I taught ABC. Okay, let me, sorry, I'll just complete the English sequence. So once your child is able to identify letters, maybe make small words, now is the time when I want my child to maybe speak or indicate small sentences, and the whole English has to be learned in context. I do not need to understand the science of language, but I should be able to use English language. For example, everyone on this platform right now speaks English, but we do not want to know the science behind English. It is enough for us to be able to speak in English, read in English. That is how we have learned. Why do we want to teach? There are 5 syllables in this. Count how many syllables, count how many this, that. Maybe the second level is okay, but before that, we want the child to learn context. Have you ever learned what is the meaning of have? No, not required. Because if you put that in context, the children will learn to use have. So that way, the whole English lesson is formed in a conversational way. If you see, there is foundation, there is talking about things, talking about people, talking about places. So now I'll show you one for example activity here. So if I say actions of people, so I'm skipping some of the foundation one where we actually teach, say hi, hello, sorry. So only small greeting and polite words. Then first response, teaching no. Then yes, okay, not okay. So I just skip over that. I'll show you one sample example is activity uh, in an English conversation. So if you see here, this is a chat like I'll show you the whole thing. Okay, I'll go step by step. If you see, ask your child. So this gray ones is for the educator to use. The child, the way educator is teaching now is he is saying this. So the example what we are saying is this is we are teaching actions of people. So he is talking on phone. So then what is he doing? He is talking on the phone. So here our main thing is talking. So when we are saying we are teaching action, so he is listening to music. So he is. So we are not making it difficult initially. So why this is not jumbled? It is not jumbled based purposefully. He is listening to music. So and also if you, because I'm directly showing you actions of people, you might think maybe this sentence itself is very long. No, each of these exercises will use only those words which have been taught before. If I show you my first lesson in this, after the foundation, hi, hello, I'll show you this. It only uses my cap. We have learned cap, we are introducing my. So M, Y. So all the following exercises will use only words which have been previously taught. There will be no surprises like suddenly there is one new word which is not taught. So here, how do you say that this is your cap? The child says my cap. So next, I'm saying if I have to say, if I'm holding the cap, if I have to teach this is my cap. So I'm introducing the word this. So similarly, I'll introduce the word that when it shows far. I'll fast forward this for you now. So now I'm showing my cap. This is my cap. That now if you see this is my book, this is my comb. So this is my home. So now I'm saying that. Okay, the phone is far. That is my phone. At the same time, all the gray ones is the instruction so that maybe parent there has to be some indication for a parent on how to teach. So all these gray ones, the child need not do. Only the green one pictures is what we want the child to concentrate. So that is my phone. That is my ball. So as soon as we are teaching something, we are also giving some exercise to the child to so that there is some revision on that. So that is tiger. So everywhere that is taken care that we give very small learning, but at the same time there is lot of progress on this. So once we have all the actions, then we give action gallery. If you see here, there are multiple action galleries. There are about 70 actions in this. So that again divided body actions, movement actions, eating actions. So if I say body actions, there is clap, jump. So all this material that we look forward in different places in different formats, there is no uniformity in teaching. How I taught mathematics is different from how I teach English. That is not going to happen uh, with this app when we follow the whole curriculum of this. So I'll briefly stop at this for if you have any questions on what we have discussed so far. So, I mean, any feedback is also welcome. Even if you don't have questions, any feedback is also.
Well, let me start with, I'm really overwhelmed, Ajit, and the vision, I thought you have done more than that. I mean, I believe that you can do it, but to such a perfection, I think you're a godsend, beta. You're a godsend person.
No, thanks to you.
All blessings to you. All blessings to you.
No, but if you remember 3 years back, I was doing physical items. I was doing that. I was doing this. You said do this first.
I know. I
Yes.
know.
So I mean,
Yeah. I
that
know.
direction. Yes.
Yeah. And what I have to tell about Ajit didn't have an easy life. Right now, he's going through a lot of process. His father is down with cancer. Sometimes it was such a problematic with his son with the sound sensory that he had to leave his job, but he bounced back. And I had been with many developers. I had been directly helping many people develop, but I was not happy with the app. So when Ajit came, I still remember I did a sort of discussion class, which I usually do with the, and then I showed few apps, and which is not available in India. It's very expensive, and all are by Apple industry. Next day, Ajit calls me and asks, "Ma'am, show me the apps." Then I showed him those apps which I wanted in an Indian version, especially the bits board. You remember, Ajit?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And not only that, Ajit joined the master class. He asked me to give the digital literacy worksheets as much I could. I gave him, and this is where he is. I mean, I did. If he says that I have helped him, I have helped him only 1%. The rest is all his doing. God bless you, beta. I mean, this is
And
amazing.
yes, I mean, just for information for other parents, I mean, I have some international exposure. But there is no doubt in mind that what we are doing today, what Nilanjana ma'am and group is doing today, is far more ahead. I mean, people outside do this much, and their advertisement is this much. And when I explore, initially I was also in the impression, oh, maybe great people doing something. When I deep dive, there is nothing. So, I mean, we could build something for ourselves like this. I don't think anyone has done an app like this. I mean, I'll take this one thing. I'll show the current exercise that I'm doing with my child. We all know that. I think this. Okay, I think in this I have not put. Okay. Anyway, I mean, yeah, I mean, do you have any other questions or any feedback?
One by one, please give your feedback to him.
सर ऐप तो बहुत सारे देखे हैं आज तक हम लोग ने बहुत सारे ऐप देखे हैं बट ऐसा ऐप जेन्युइनली सर कोई एक पेरेंट ही ऐसा ऐप बना सकता है और आप सच में इस चीज को आपने फुलफिल किया है मैंने ऐप डाउनलोड करके उसके जो भी है मैंने देखा है जेन्युइनली फ्रॉम द बॉटम ऑफ माय हार्ट थैंक यू वेरी मच सर थैंक यू
Thank you, thank you. I mean, you are right. कोई parent ही बना सकता है इसको.
यस कोई पेरेंट ही बना सकता है और कोई सोच भी नहीं सकता ये छोटी छोटी माइन्यूट चीजें कोई सोच भी ही नहीं सकता है। एंड
No,
जो
no,
मैम ने आपको सिखाया, जो
correct.
हम लोग को सिखाया,
Yes.
उसने आपको इसमें ऐप में डाल दिया। दैट्स बहुत बड़ा, आपने हमारा हल कर दिया समस्या। वेरी
I'll show
वेरी
you.
वेरी थैंक यू सर।
No, no, I'll
I'm
show you
really
one thing.
feeling very overwhelmed right now.
I'll show
We
you for
really
one
needed
thing.
this.
Yeah, one thing I'll show you for which Nilanjana scolded me. I'll show you.
Uh,
If you see now on the screen, there is nothing but the objects. Earlier, I had one back button here. There is something else here going on. And she said, the child is looking at something else. Why have you put this? Now, if you see this, it is only now we are matching similar objects. So soap are a different kind of soap. So,
yeah, it's not identical. Yeah,
and if you see this, the buttons are so small. So that kind of valuable things is what I got it from. But yes, I mean, this somebody has to do it. So it has not come easy, and I hope this is. I mean, my only aim, as I tell, is if a child has a better tomorrow than what he spent yesterday, it is worth doing. Thank you.
it's wonderful.
Anybody else
Anybody
want
else
to?
wants to add anything to him?
Hello, sir. Wonderful app. I'm Cherry.
Yes,
Sir,
Cherry.
where we can download it? From where? Is it available on Google Play?
Ah, yes, it is available on Google Play Store. The app is called Speducate Space Pro. By the way, Speducate Pro is
Why don't you put that link or the thing in the
yes, yes, I'll put
parent
it.
empowerment?
Yeah, so if you Google Speducate Pro, it will come. By the way,
Okay.
Speducate Pro is special education project. So
Yeah. Okay.
this is
Okay.
start of something. I mean, there are many things which Nilanjana madam wants me to do. So
Hmm.
Yeah, because whatever I saw, it's level 1 and level 2. So level 3,
yes,
4 be
yes,
hoga.
yes, definitely.
Definitely, again, I'm going to start the master class, which is pending. I couldn't start because of the work pressure. Then I'll let you know.
Yes.
Because the only level 1 we had done in master class, 2, 3 is still pending.
Yes. So, I mean,
Should be
we
taken.
really want the parents and educators who are trained under Nilanjana to take up this as a curriculum and start following it, start providing feedback. So, if you are an educator yourself, maybe you teach some exercises to some children, then maybe the child is not, I mean, not able to do some activities. That kind of feedback. If you have some structure, that kind of discussion is possible. So, we know where the child was 1 month back, where the child is now, where the child is going to be next 6 months. For that, there is some syllabus which is put in this app. So please, I would like to see educators and parents use this for their everyday structure.
Definitely. Ajit, you put that in the parent empowerment group and we'll definitely share it across.
Yeah, I mean, frankly, has it come out well?
It has. From the beginning, I'm saying I have no reservations on this.
Okay.
And I will also add this much. Ki abhi tak, in the entire world, thing like this has not been developed. Yes, bit boards, it's a good one, but it's so expensive. It's so expensive. It's not for any common man.
Yes.
And
At
I
the
think
same time, anywhere I see, we are seeing doctors who are American. Where do we see American doctors in our thing? We see doctors who look like Indian. So child is not able to, my son is not able to, why this doctor looks different from the one you showed. So
absolutely, the cultural demographic significance is too much. It has to be maintained.
yes.
And I hate animated pictures.
Yes, you made that clear.
Yeah, from the beginning, I made it very clear to Ajit, no animated pictures. Either it
Yes.
should be line or the actual. And you
Yes.
don't know every image actually Ajit has bought and used.
Yes, none. I mean, there is no copyright infringement, no copying, nothing. All the 1,500, 2,000 images are copyright free and definitely made for only this app.
So do we think that we can collect fund and bring Ajit over here? We'll try to do that, Ajit. We don't know. We are hard on
No problem. I mean, I would be happy
We'll
to.
try our best because
Yeah.
we wanted to, but things are little bleak here. Parents doing something. I'll tell you, every one of you, that how system is. Today's link I had shared with all the big institute head, directly with them. I have emailed them, even India Autism Center, all the disability sector heads, I had emailed them personally. I can show you the screenshot. None of them responded because they don't want to respond on parents' call. So this is where we are. Wake up, because as parent only we can do anything. No institute is going to do anything for us. So अपनी लड़ाई खुद लड़ना सीखो, नहीं तो धरे के धरे रह जाएंगे हम.
Yes.
Once again, Ajit, God bless you. This was immense. Okay.
Thank you.
A last moment before I close, anybody wants to add something or ask any question, you can right now.
हेलो मैम।
Yes, Unnati.
शालिनी मैम ने और सभी ने तो बोल ही दिया। मैं जस्ट उसमें ऐड करना चाहता हूँ, जो सर से मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूँ, अगर वो पॉसिबल हो तो ये अभी जो अप्रैल में प्रोग्राम है उसमें आके, और ये ज्यादा हम सब की पूरी टीम की तरफ से उनको ये इनवाइट, या फिर कह लें जो वो और भी ज्यादा हम लोग के साथ मतलब ज्वाइन करें उसमें, सचेतना ग्रुप में, ताकि वो उस प्रोग्राम के समय में ये डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन या और इस तरह करना। और निश्चित रूप से फंड क्या जरूरत है, तो वो फंड के हम लोग ऐसा कुछ डिस्कशन हो करके करेंगे, क्योंकि इसको और फर्दर डेवलप करने के लिए फंड तो चाहिए। फंड तो निश्चित रूप से किसी भी चीज को फंड चाहिए, विदाउट फंड कुछ नहीं है। तो फंड चाहिए, तो मान लीजिए एज ए पेरेंट कम्युनिटी इसको भी हम लोग डिस्कस करेंगे। एज ए पेरेंट कम्युनिटी स्टार्ट से इसको करते 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 कहाँ तक और बढ़ा सकते हैं इसको, क्योंकि
Sure.
अल्टीमेट
Thank you
ये
very much.
बेनिफिट करेगा सभी सभी बच्चे, जितने भी हमारे बच्चे हैं, ऑल टुगेदर जितने भी बच्चे हैं उन सभी को बेनिफिट करेगा।
Sure. Thank you. I mean, अगर date match होता है, I'll definitely make myself available.
Sure, sure. Thank you so much. That was immense. I think आज
I have
बहुत
one
सारे लोग.
question.
Yes, Shashangi.
No, I was just surfing through the app. So it's about this part, the figure ground perception. Actually, मैं technical चीज थोड़ा नहीं समझ पाई हूँ इसमें. ये Apple, for example, अजीत, Apple, बेटा रुक जाओ. Apple, the first exercise. Okay. So if I go full screen, so yes, it is displaying Apple. And then again, this one, yes, correct. Sorry, रुक जा बेटा. So when I tap next, so the location of Apple is changing. It's displacing to another location. Basically, scanning के लिए use हो रहा है. लेकिन इसको हम कैसे navigate करेंगे? माने next. Like you said, the screen goes entirely blank, है ना?
Yes.
हम कैसे
So,
navigate करेंगे? I could not find it.
no. To go to the next one, you'll have to click I mean, the child has to click where the apple is. Only then this next button will appear. So if you double click back, if you see this double tap to go full screen. So if you double tap, it goes to full screen. Double tap, it comes
Yes.
back.
If the child taps on Apple, okay. So then
If
comes
you
the
tap on
next
apple,
button.
so next it will change. So it will change to this. So if you
The
see,
position of the apple will change.
Yes. Also, if you see, keep going like that, I mean, the difficulty level slightly increases. So he has to
Yes.
discriminate, the child has to discriminate between these three and still select apple.
पंखा चलेगा तो उसमें नहीं सुनेगा तुमको क्लास।
Okay, so until you tap on the object, the next button will not change. Okay. And then how to come out of it?
ओके, टेक्निकल
I am already inside the Apple thing. How to come out of it?
Okay, so double tap. If you have already gone into full screen like this, again double tap. You double tap to go full screen. Double tap to come back.
Either way, you have kept it free or you're charging?
No. It is only, I mean, we have opened only the first few levels for free now.
Please do charge.
No. Yes. It is, there is a, I mean, subscription for this.
Yeah.
I mean, we will still be not be able to recover, but it is not fully free.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
If you recover and when you do the profit, give me the donation, okay?
Sure. Definitely. With that goes without asking actually.
एंड मैम पेरेंट विल गिव बिकॉज जब वो थेरेपी का या उस तरह का पैसा दे सकते हैं, इसका क्यों नहीं दे सकते? इसमें उनको जब समझ में आएगा जो इस तरह का बेनिफिट है, तो वो क्यों नहीं दे सकते हैं? हर चीज की तो कॉस्टिंग होती है।
Yes.
प्रॉब्लम ये है उन्नति, आप लोग तो मेरे साथ क्लास करते हो, मैं आप लोग को एक सवाल करती हूँ, क्या ये करिकुलम कोई और फॉलो करता है?
नहीं करता है मैं।
एग्जैक्टली लोगों को तो पता ही नहीं कि करना क्या है, यही तो बिगेस्ट प्रॉब्लम है।
हाँ,
सो यू
तो
नो
वही सचेतना से जैसे हम लोग स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, थोड़ा सा समझाना,
एग्जैक्टली
उसी
वैसे
तरह से
ही करना
करेंगे और क्या,
पड़ेगा।
थोड़ा
एंड आई
थोड़ा
एम
सा।
वेरी अफर्मेटिव। अच्छा, एक और चीज आप लोगों ने नोटिस किया, हैव यू नोटिस वन थिंग? हैव यू नोटिस्ड वन थिंग? आप लोगों
क्या
ने
क्या?
एक
मैम?
चीज, इसमें
बताइए।
कोई साउंड नहीं है।
हाँ, साउंड नहीं है।
There is
The
no
डिस्ट्रैक्शन तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है।
labeling has to be done by the therapist or the. This is what I love. This is what I didn't teach Ajit. He's the one to bring it up.
app will
डिस्ट्रैक्शन
never.
कुछ भी नहीं है, पूरा एकदम जो सिखाना है बस वही आएगा। बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत अच्छा,
Exactly.
बहुत अच्छा।
And
Yeah.
the way he has maintained errorless teaching, the task analysis, the feedback, ये चीज जो ABA में बहुत है, वो पूरा कुछ इसने डाला है, and that's what impressed me in the very beginning. When he was
Now,
doing the level 1, Ajit had showed me. So I was very impressed by that. Yes, Ajit.
ma'am, it all depends on the discipline of the parent. There is no excuse that वो नहीं है, ये नहीं है. If the parent is disciplined enough, he has the resources, he has the classes, he has the app. So अगर अभी भी अगर follow नहीं कर पा रहे, that means there is some discipline lacking and from our side. सारे tools and everything is kind of coming.
Yes, of course. So this is
I mean,
it.
yeah. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So this is it. I think अभी तक मैं जो बोल रही थी आप लोगों को अच्छा लगा है. Do give feedback. Start using it. Let him know if there is any glitches. Let him know, because
Yes.
the feedback is very important for improvement. So all of you give a note on that. Okay. Thank you. So Ajit has proved that structured teaching is everything. God bless you. Take care. Good night.
Thank you very much. Bye.